Heaven's Dev here. Welcome to Beyond Blue Overview. It's one of the few games on our platform that actually happen fully underwater. I believe the last one would be Triton, but maybe Hubris also counts because it has some parts of it. Not meaning that we immediately need a Subnautica, which actually has kind of a monopoly over this thing. But I would definitely welcome many more projects around Waterworld, cause it's really worth it. So, Beyond Blue is an adventure exploration game, where you find yourself perusing around the underwater research station after experiencing a severe tropical storm that damages it, and you and your crew's goal is to repair the damages and aid to the creatures surrounding the biosphere. I feel like in general the concept was there, but classically not necessarily execution. There's a bunch of mishaps. For example, you have a constant vignetting that you can't turn off at all while swimming. Textures and models clipping through everything, which definitely defeats the purpose of the whole immersion. Haphazard UI, a little bit uninteresting storyline. The graphics and interactions kind of lackluster, so if you really think about it, there's something wrong or to fix on all fronts, which sometimes it's a talent. And I hope the devs will listen to the community, fix up or upgrade the whole experience, cause it really has potential, maybe more as an exploration setting, not necessarily having any goal, given that there's a lot of flora and fauna, corals, fishes, the whole living world is there. It's just that the VR skills fell completely flat. Let's explore the sea world.
I met up with Andre a couple days ago. He asked for my assistance testing some new prototypes he's been developing. I'd been looking forward to a working vacation. Some dives, some experiments, and time with an old friend. However, before we even left port, we were delayed. A monsoon swept through the region, and coastal towns and reefs were devastated. Andre received a request from some old colleagues that lost contact with an autonomous sea base they recently established. We're the closest, so it's been requested we suss out any damage and see if we can help repair the base to get it back online. Anyone else would still be delayed by weeks due to the local devastation. So we've changed our itinerary and are taking our research vessel to this remote location. Honestly, one dive is as good as another. We still do our work, and if we can help Andre's friends, all the better.
Mirai, you mind wrapping it up? We're getting close to the site, and I'm going to need your help. Let's get the diagnostics checklist. Who knows how long the weather will hold? Let's get into the water and not waste daylight.
Yeah, it's why I've been in my swim gear this whole time. Hop to it, old man.
Oh, you did not go there. Check. Mirai, are the comms coming through okay?
Loud and clear, Andre. What's next for the day?
Let's test the new propellers. Sending instruction now. Good to be back in the water, Mirai?
Amazing. It's been too long since we last did this.
There's some weird stuff happening with the whole game's dynamic. Also, the fishes went through my face, so no collision whatsoever. They should be like dodging me or something, I don't know. I can't swim?
Each arm has a propeller, so point your arms in a direction, engage, and the props do the work. By using both, you can go faster. You will want to rely on single prop for subtle adjustments.
Oh, that's what we need. Just gotta be careful around the corals.
Yes, we are here to repair the reef, The corals have enough to worry about without you running into it.
Look, Andre, that mom and her calf. So sweet.
It never gets old, does it?
There's some video going on, so I'll try to fix that. Wait, it's still there? It doesn't seem like there's any option to turn it off. That's a first. Okay, well that's gonna be annoying. But there is smooth turning, like I don't get it. Oh, I'm gonna be pissed at the end of this video. So the UI is so curved.
The first camp is a ways ahead. The current waypoint shows up on your watch, pointing the way. Tapping your watch also brings up additional information. A marker will also appear in your heads-up display.
AR tech is a marvel. When in doubt, I'll look for a waypoint.
Oh wow. You're really doing it with the invisible walls and stuff. Also with the graphics, could be worse, honestly. There is some detail, sharp edges, but it does resemble an underworld world. I mean, it's not as colorful normally, but... What is this, a shark?
Let's start training you about your gear. The scanner first.
Go on.
Draw the scanner from your hip, and you'll be able to target nearby fauna, flora, and even other tech. Once you scan something, additional information and pertinent details will be provided.
Got it. I'll be scanning as much as possible while I'm out here today.
Hello, lady. It's so cute. There's some heavy foveated rendering, like... It's an absolute blur when you're going against the square. But I really wish there would be some interaction. Right now you're just an entity perusing around the water, but...
Ah, I had a feeling we'd see this. Looks like that sea turtle is sick. Pull the RX-30 from your right hip. Your suit will know the tool for the job. Generously coat that sea turtle with the biofoam. This will boost its healing if we aren't too late.
You're not really there. See, like the distance between the rock and you is questionable.
Let's see what the data says.
How do I switch it? Oh. Ah. It's also some foam is going through him.
Well, look at that. That's wildly effective. Why isn't this available everywhere?
Because it's a prototype, so quite expensive, and we're independently funded.
But you know if corporations saw a profit in it, they'd fund it immediately. Andre, The path forward is obstructed.
You need to remove the blockage. Look for a weak spot to cut. The cutting tool on the right side of your belt can be equipped.
I guess the right tool appears whenever I'm nearby something to interact with.
That's what they do, right? What a mess.
I don't like how the textures behave here. It's very amateurish. Halikat zwinięty sanaring.
Look at all the colors returned.
This looks like a brain. And what's the point of healing the crates?
Precision is key.
Jesus.
I'm basically sea gardening.
I don't know what you're doing actually.
Okay, Mirai. Need you to access your inventory. Reach behind your backpack and you'll grab the item you need. Give it a shot.
Hold up. I have a bag of holding?
Andre, now, once installed, pull that lever.
Oh, I'm going up.
The pipe over there is cracked. Can you seal it up? Use the sealant tool, also at your hip. Trace the gel over the fissure.
This epoxy is impressive, especially underwater.
That sealant is like underwater duct tape. Multi-purpose. Head to the coral nursery and see if the bioform helps.
Are these heat-resistant corals?
Yes, this camp is testing variants.
I'm excited to see these being used to rejuvenate the corals.
Wish I could grab him to ride it. It's those little details that matter. It's also interesting that this activates when you directly aim at the sick staff.
Great work, Mirai. Like you've done this before.
Not since that time back in Peru.
What?
What?
This can't be right. Mirai, there are abnormal readings coming from inside that cave. If these levels of methane are accurate, it could wreak havoc on the ecosystem.
That might explain the sick creatures we've seen.
Maybe something is interfering with the sensors inside.
I'll go check. Where is that methane coming from?
That's a mystery we should solve.
It's a mess with the models and the UI. Why the subtitles are like down? I know there's a point to heal everything. They can die. Oh, that's a Murena? With a baby octopus, the hell? Ew, they don't normally leave their caves.
not claustrophobic. Andre, I'm seeing gas bubbles rising from below.
Can you do some scans around the vent?
I'm on it.
It suddenly became dark. Can't even aim when I'm close to the word limits.
Ah, the wonders of an oceanic database. Let's see what the data says.
Let me sort through this data.
Strange. There was no presence of methane when this base was established. Whoa! What was that sound? It felt like it went through my soul. That was an earthquake.
Mirai, I need you to get out of that cave.
Okie dokie. Wait, why the water is red? That doesn't make much sense.
Now, Andre, I don't want you to panic, but that tremor caused a cave-in. So I won't be getting out this way.
Don't panic. This is exactly the time to worry.
Fine. The gas is getting denser, but I'm sure this suit will keep me safe.
Mirai, I'm calling an audible. It's time to activate Kanaloa and drop him in. Remember, Mirai, Kana is experimental tech, a UUV drone that uses machine learning.
Anything right about now.
Greetings. How may I assist?
I have installed an interface for you to control him remotely. You will be able to see through his eyes and control his actions. Give it a shot.
Whoa. Andre, this is incredible. His movements match mine.
Yes, and he'll eventually learn from the actions you take.
Know what's awesome? This. And me not dying.
Mirai, guide Kana to the cave-in. We need to clear it ASAP. I placed a waypoint.
All right, I'm on my way to save myself.
Our very own self-rescuing princess.
An out-of-body experience. Literally. All right, I'm at the cave-in. And those look heavy.
Just kidding. This is nothing. Only arm days for me. Just kidding. This is nothing.
Okay.
Where shall I put this?
So that's me. Do I carry you over?
Blowing up.
This is creepy with this eye. ¿Qué estás? Excuse you. Oh, there. That's kinda out of work. There should be like a remote.
All right, we're done here. Let's get back to the base.
There's a lot of debris blocking this way out.
I believe Kanaloa can help with that.
Oh, right. So if he's the muscle, who's the brains?
Oh, we can all agree. I got the looks, right?
Didn't realize you could hear crickets underwater. Gotcha, big guy.
Yeah, he should just automatically follow me. Like an actual companion. Yeah, he just stayed in one place.
This is quite the facility. You mentioned it's all automated?
Correct. This sea base is a prototype for autonomous research that we could establish across the seas. It's curious. I've seen storms do lots of damage. I'm wondering if those tremors were also a factor.
Nature can be pretty devastating.
Perhaps. If we could find the black box recorder, we can learn what happened here.
That makes sense. The data will have a story to tell. Let's get to work.
At first, we must establish power to the base.
I landed here under this big guy. It's very conflicting because while the base concept is cool and all, and we don't necessarily have a lot of underwater games on the platform, I'm just not a fan of the execution. Here you have a prime example of textures going out of control. Interactions between you, fishes, corals don't really exist. So it's more like a visual experience rather than immersive. Though if you're betting on that, then I think the visuals should be a lot better. It's okay, but I know that this headset is capable of much more. There's also the case of this vignetting, which you can't do anything about it, and whenever I'm blocked from my preferences, that's not good. I'm also not necessarily connecting with the story or whatever the hell is going, so I would more just swim by and explore the underwater world. Cause that's kind of what is more interesting. I think it's just a matter of the development direction and polishing out what you have, cause it can be way better.